Just wanted to ask, what was your first heartbreak like, and what was your outlet? I'm sure that you weren't songwriting during that time, so could you just give me a little bit of insight into what you did to get over it?
Well, my first real heartbreak, honestly, was, I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of people have been cheated on before, and I was definitely cheated on, and obviously it ended. And the thing that helped me get over it was I ended up moving to California, and writing with Chris for his Fame album helped take my mind off of what I was going through. So writing the Fame album helped me get over my breakup.
That's great. So Taylor Swift or Carrie Underwood?
I'll be Taylor Swift in that hoe. So, so I gotta go. I'm gonna say Taylor Swift only because I'm such a huge fan of like singer-songwriters, and she's such a great songwriter.
And genuine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Sevyn. Everybody knows you as a songwriter. You were always like on the back end of music. So now, how does it feel being on the front end of music?
Being an artist opposed to being a songwriter, both of them I love so much, so I can never really pick between the two. But all my life growing up, I've wanted to be a singer. I've wanted to, when the little aggravating little kids that used to like to be at the family reunions, putting on shows, and all the family come over to the house and they want to put on a show and get dressed up. I was that aggravating little kid. So for me, being an artist, the little 10-year-old little girl inside of me, it's just like, yay, we get to do it for real this time. So I have to say, I really do. I love being an artist. Like, it just, right now, if I had to pick right now, today, at this moment, being an artist right now is definitely it's winning a little bit. Thank you.
And Sevyn, this is Sneaker from QueenNika.com. Can you explain bands for us, the acronym?
Oh,
break it down?
Man. I think y'all just want Sevyn to be ratchet. Bands is a record that I wrote when I was heartbroken and pissed. So bands stands for bitch ass nigga shit. I'm sorry, it does. I just felt like there was definitely somebody who was, doing that, had that kind of behavior, shall I say. So that's what band stands for. But
well, we want to thank you for writing that. I mean, it's a lot of us that feel like that too. So. I feel like men and women both encounter that, in bands. Men run across them all the time. I remember when Diddy had T-shirts saying, no bitch assness. So I think that we all run across, bands.
If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Ooh, sheesh. When I say this, don't think that I mean like mentally, okay? Okay. But I'm slow. I'm very slow. I move like a snail. I hear it all the time. I'm an entertainer, and I'm just, this isn't really one word, but I'm very family oriented. I love my family, so.
And I have one last question. This is Sean Garvey with Lady Phoebe from Beat Break Radio FM. What can people expect from the new album, Call Me Crazy, and what was the creative process behind the album?
What can you expect? You can expect for Call Me Crazy, but to be, honestly, it's very truthful. I speak about the ups and the downs of being in love. It's very vulnerable. You can expect to hear a lot of Sevyn, to be quite honest. Honestly, a lot of what I've gone through, and just in relationships period, I put into the album. You can expect to hear a lot of singing, because I like to sing. You can expect to hear a lot of just cool sounding instruments. I'm really big on chord changes. I like big crazy drums, things that I could dance to. So you can expect to hear a lot of that. And the recording process for Call Me Crazy was just over the span of probably like a year. I just recorded songs, and I was trying to be as truthful as I possibly could every day in recording them. And then we look up a year later and we have all these songs in this big pile, and we started to kind of maneuver them and realize that if you put them in a certain order, they told a story. So Call Me Crazy But is really talking about the cycle of a relationship, and it comes from my experiences and my best friends and my girlfriends, people that I've talked to, real experiences.
If you could give advice to a young person that's trying to come up in the industry world, as in music and everything, what advice would you give them, and why?
My advice to an up-and-coming producer, singer, songwriter would be and I say this all the time because I really mean it, and I lived it. If you're a dope, singer, find, link up with the dopest, writer and producer in your area, because they're going to need somebody to demo their music. And there you go. You got you a free demo. You can go and play with this for people to say, hey, this is what I sound like. Same thing. If you are a dope producer, find the dopest songwriter in your area, because you're going to want somebody to write some stuff over your beats, so you can, start submitting not only tracks, but you could submit, whole records. If you're a dope songwriter, link up with the dopest, producer in your area, because you can't just write a song to thin air, you know what I mean? You can, but who wants to hear that? You know what I mean? So find the dopest producer in your area, because, all of it works together. You know what I mean? You all really need each other. So that would be my advice.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.